Hey, my name is Connor, and welcome to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. This video is going to be a quick analysis video after yesterday's flash cryptocurrency crash. What's going to happen next heading into the weekend? I'll be sharing my price action analysis in this video, laying out what I see happening next. So if that does interest you, be sure to stick with me until the end of the video. Let's not waste any more time, get right into it, and let the gains be with you. So looking at the crypto market right now, it is currently March 3rd, and we had a very slow day today after yesterday's flash crash. Let's hop right into the charts and go over what actually played out. Let's start things off looking at Ethereum. Now on Ethereum, we were respecting the Monday range all week long. Right, as you see, I go ahead and I use my Spaceman BTC key levels indicator. It's a completely free trading view indicator. So shout out to the guy who made that one, but all it does is just show me the Monday high, the Monday low, and the daily open. And as we see, Ethereum was respecting that Monday high very well, as well as the Monday low. When it deviated, it reclaimed and it pumped to the high. And then this was actually the top here. After it swept the Monday high yesterday, it went ahead, started to drop down to support. Small bounce, and then it was just lights out, game over from there. Straight rip down in this one candle. We can actually go to a 5-minute chart and we can see that this drop happened in a span of around 20 minutes, right? This was 4 5-minute candles. The price of Ethereum from the drop high to the low was about 7.27% in about 20 minutes time after really going sideways from the start of the week. So now after such a big drop, as we see, the price action is in complete consolidation going sideways here. So what I like to do when the price action is going sideways, I just like to draw a range, and how I actually go ahead and draw my range is I look for the bounce low, which is going to be here, right? And I look to see where it made a pivot swing high, and it bounced here, and then it actually made the swing high here. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take my Fibonacci price retracement tool and go ahead and pull it from high to low. I already have it preset on a 50% range measurement, right? Not my normal preset, but the 50% range measurement, and it makes it very clean to see some visuals on the chart. And now we can see in this consolidation, the range high over here at $1,575 on Ethereum is being respected very well. So in terms of what I see playing out next, we are headed into a weekend right now, so keep that in mind. But if we look on the daily time frame here on Ethereum, we have a daily demand zone. This daily demand zone was actually formed in the middle of February, and this was right at the time of the CPI meeting. And if you guys recall, in February, after the CPI meeting, the market went ahead and it rallied, and it made this new high up here at $1,745 on ETH. But we made a drop base rally demand zone here, and this is marked in green. So what I am looking for here is quite simple. I'm just looking for another drop down into this daily demand level. And I do, as you see, have this orange line at around $1,494. So basically what I am looking for is just how price action is getting rejected from the range high. I want to see it actually, you can call this a deviation, right? Because it tries to break out and comes right back in. What I want to see is I want to see it come down to the bottom of the range. I want to see it dip below and go ahead and test our daily demand level, right? And if it actually goes ahead and does that, test the level, and then it comes back and it reclaims the bottom of this range at $1,522, that for me is going to get me interested in looking for longs to the upside. Now, I'm not necessarily expecting the big breakout to $2,000 on Ethereum just yet. It is possible, but I think we most likely spend some more time in this range, or maybe even test some lower levels at this point before we get that next leg higher where we test $2,000 on Ethereum. That's going to be these highs over here going back to August of 2022. So let's kind of go over. Obviously, we're forecasting here the right side of the chart. It's all speculation. Nobody has that prediction of exactly what is going to happen or exactly what it is going to look like. But one thing I like to do is just to mark out the key levels on my chart, whether that's a daily demand level or a key opening when it comes to a day such as the start of the month or the start of the week. that candle opening is always going to be a key level. So I like to mark those. So what I can do is actually just go to a 1 month chart here, and I'm going to go ahead and mark down where the March candle opened. And this is the current red candle. We see here at the top of my screen, the opening price was $1,604.75. So I'm just going to move my yellow dotted line to exactly that price. So now we have that March open labeled on our chart. We can go ahead and see that that does line up pretty much perfectly with the Monday low price. So that right there tells me that this is a key level of resistance on my chart. So essentially, if we do come down, we break the range low, we dip into this daily demand zone. If you do long down here, you pretty much have to look to exit over here, right? You're not trying to hit a home run. This is essentially a 1 or 2 day trade and nothing more, just kind of going into the weekend right now. But this is what I essentially see happening on ETH. Now the key level to break to the upside is going to be this pivot high from January, right? This is actually going to be the January high price. So in January of 2023, the highest Ethereum traded was up here at $1,684. All right, so if ETH can somehow manage to make its way back up to this January high price and then flip it into support, that's when we know we're going to go and make that run higher towards at least 1,800 and then possibly, right, 1,800 up here. This is a supply zone. And then we, of course, have those highs at 2K on ETH. But until we're above this $1,684 level, that's kind of off the table at the current moment in time. All right, so I was actually, if you guys watched my live stream yesterday, I was actually long on ETH. I took my entry right here. I did end up getting stopped out at break even after taking some slight profit. Right, price action actually went ahead and it reached my level at $1,657, but on the exchange I had my take profit at $1,660, so I was $3 short. So unfortunately I didn't make as much money as I should have on that long, but at least I didn't lose anything. All right, but essentially it was quite simple, right? Ethereum came down to support here, held, pushed up higher. I showed that in my live stream yesterday, so if you didn't watch that stream, I definitely recommend you to go ahead and do that so that you can kind of see my analysis and why I wanted to take that trade. It's all there in the live stream. But here we are now. We're trading range bound. We are sideways. So this would coincide with pretty much every single altcoin, right? Everything that I just laid out for you on ETH, you can kind of have that same plan with altcoins, right? If we get a dip into this daily demand zone for Ethereum, most likely it's going to be a good opportunity to look for a long. And again, you would just be looking to ride this up to essentially the Monday low or the March 2023 open. And this is going to give you a 3-to-1. So that's pretty good on ETH. And like I just said, you can pretty much apply this to any altcoin. So why don't I'll go over Bitcoin first and then we will look at some alts. But here on BTC, as we see, we have our daily demand zone a little bit lower. On Bitcoin, this is going to be at $21,700 down to $21,355. So just like ETH, we can pretty much do the same exact thing. I went ahead and marked support levels with yellow dotted lines here. And we can see that these support levels have been respected very nicely all day. But we just want to go ahead and we want to put the range on the chart like so. And again, just like Ethereum, notice how every time it goes ahead and it tries to break out above the range high, it gets rejected right back in. So it's kind of the same exact idea for Ethereum I have for Bitcoin, right? These things tend to trade in tandem, not always, but you know, after such a big move in choppy consolidation, they tend to have similar price action. So very simple again on Bitcoin, just looking for a break of that range low, possibly a dip to the daily demand. And then we want to see a candle close at least really on the hourly or the 4-hour time frame above the range low here. And then we can go ahead and attack the Monday low possibly. And again, I just want to see how that lines up with our open in March. And the March open on Bitcoin is going to be up here at $23,119. So I'll go ahead and drop a line right there on that price, like so. So as we see, Bitcoin pretty much the same exact thing as ETH. right? The Monday low lines up perfectly with the March 2023 Monday open. So let's say we do get the sweep of the range low and we go into this daily demand zone. As a supply and demand trader, right, I look to long in demand. So quite simple again, right? As you set this trade up, and this would be around a 3.5 to 1 if we do get it. All right, so this is what to look for, what I am looking for at least when it comes to the weekend price action here on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And again, if Bitcoin and if ETH drop, what are altcoins going to do, or they dip? Altcoins will also dip. So what we can do as traders is just use the same methodical thought process on any altcoin. And one coin that does move a lot is DYDX, right? This has like daily swings, 10% plus in both directions. So it's volatile, which is what we look for. So looking at DYDX here again, we're going to go ahead and use the same exact thing. We're going to make our range with the 50% measurement here. And we can see how the mid-range at 50% is being respected as support. And when price tried to break out above that range high, it was rejected right back in, and we've just been in kind of the sideways downward sloping channel consolidation like so. And also we want to take a look and see that we do actually have a daily demand zone as well, just below this current range. Actually, price already tested it, so that's nice. And then we do have a key support level down here at $2.20 as well on DYDX. So if we go ahead and take a look at this now on the smaller time frames, we could essentially be looking for the same thing as Bitcoin and ETH on DYDX. All right, what we want to do is we want to look for a break of the range low. That's going to be at $2.47, and possibly it wants to go ahead and sweep all these wicks, maybe test the bottom, whatever it wants to do. It's best to just wait for confirmation, and how you do that is to see if price can actually dip and then close back above. Obviously, you're gonna get the best entry if you take your entry when everything is still red, when price is in the demand zone. And you can also use a tighter stop at that point too. I do tend to use this strategy myself, but keep in mind there is a higher probability of you getting stopped out because you're not entering on confirmation. You're basically taking the entry right in demand off of support, which is gonna give you that best risk reward. But if you are more risk averse and you don't want to take on that risk, or you're scared to buy red, you basically just wait for the sweep, and then you wait for the reclaim and for the range low to be flipped back into support, and then you can take your entry and expect to ride this higher, either to the Monday low at 275, or maybe it does get back up to this kind of previous demand zone. Now you can call it a level of supply or resistance at $2.90. So it looks something like this. But keep in mind, DYDX is a very volatile coin. 22%, not sure it gives us that, but back to the Monday low, that's a 15% move. Like I said, this thing moves like crazy, really more than any other altcoin right now. And it dropped 18% on the dip yesterday, when Ethereum and Bitcoin each dropped around 18%. So that is kind of the plan right now heading into the weekend. This was just a quick update video, not a lot to cover after that big flash crash. I hope everything made sense. I hope the analysis was clear. If you enjoyed it, make sure you let me know by leaving a comment down below. In this video, I briefly covered my game plan as we head into the weekend after yesterday's big crash on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you let me know by smashing that like button down below, and also leave a comment on your thoughts. And if you are brand new to Crypto Empire and you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead right now and smash that subscribe button down below and turn on all the notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I will see you in the next video.